guys, it's Lizzie, and this is Ask Lizzie number 5. Trustin on Twitter asks, will you marry me? And he spells marry with an E instead of an A, so no! The Schemer, one in depth, asks, how can you win over a girl who's in a relationship with someone else and you only get to see them once a week at the most? If someone's in a relationship, then that's because they like that person and not you. So I don't think it's gonna work out right now, and I think you should just focus on being friends with this person. I also think it's really rude to try to break up a couple if they're happy. Let them be and don't mess with that. Leah on Facebook asks, have you ever been to Mall of America in Minnesota? I've actually never been to Minnesota, but I did live in the Midwest for 10 years, so that's kind of where I grew up. Caitlin asks, do you watch Glee? And if so, what's your favorite male and female character? So I did watch it when it started up when I was a sophomore in high school. I quit watching it a couple years ago, so I have no idea who's even still on the show anymore. And I also wouldn't know because one of my New Year's resolutions was to stop watching TV. Taylor asks, what is my favorite Taylor Swift song? So I'm gonna have to pick a bunch. So from her Fearless album, I love The Way I Loved You. From Speak Now, The Story of Us. And from Red, All Too Well, which is so sad. It's so beautiful. It's so amazing. Jessica wants to know why I don't make daily videos. Well, the reason is because I'm in college right now. I'm taking 18 units, which is the maximum amount of units you're allowed to take. I'm learning Koine Greek. I do not have time. She also wants to know what my favorite song is. So right now, what I've been loving is Beloved by 10th Avenue North, Don't Waste Your Life by Lecrae. I just found out that I like rap music, and it's hilarious because I've gotten it stuck in Nicole's head and she's like, Liz, why do you have rap stuck in my head? But it's Christian rap, so it's cool. If you ask a guy to be your friend, Valentine, and he just sees the message but doesn't answer, what does that mean? So let's just take a moment and talk about how awkward it is, the new Facebook Messenger, when it has the little scene thing and then someone never responds. That's just super awkward. I don't even know what a friend Valentine is, and I think he just feels really awkward because he doesn't like you and he just wants to be friends with you, and you're putting him in an awkward situation. So it just means that he thinks you're an awesome friend, but he doesn't want to be in a relationship with you right now. Lizzie, not me Lizzie, another Lizzie, says, what do you do when you like a guy who isn't the same faith as you? So I just think it'd be really sad to be with someone who doesn't understand this underlying essence of your identity. They wouldn't understand you and you couldn't connect with them as well. And I know even in friendships, it's kind of like when I'm friends with people who aren't Christians, they don't understand a huge part of me. So I would recommend trying to get over liking them, because even though you might think that you really like them now, you're not going to be that happy if they don't understand your Christianity and your relationship with God. And I also just think it's not fair to the other person. If you're living your life trying to die to yourself and to bring glory to God and they're not, then you're just not going to have the same opinions on important things. That's why the Bible says to not be yoked together with unbelievers, because it's just not fair to either person, and it's not gonna make you guys as happy. Erica says, I like 2 guys, one is a Christian and one is not. I like them both. What do I do? If you have to ask the question, who should I choose? Then you should just choose neither. It just seems like if you're choosing between different people to like, then you just want to be in a relationship to be in a relationship. You don't actually care so much about that person. Patrick says, how did the script for your writing class go? It actually went really well, but I hated one of my characters in it because he killed one of my other characters and he was just a jerk. And I guess he was a jerk because he had psychological problems. There's a guy and a girl walking up a mountain and he's friend zoned. She has a boyfriend who's also on the hike, but they're like, wait, where'd he go? They don't know where he went. So they get to the top of the hill, and then the friend zone guy goes back to look for the other guy, and then in between there's flashbacks and stuff to previous years, and then she hears a scream and a fight going on, and then the guy comes back and he has blood on his hand. He kills the other guy. So it actually turned out really well and I was really happy with it because it was totally not my normal writing style. Cecilia wants to know if I like country music. I was actually listening to Taylor Swift Pandora today, and it doesn't just have pop music, it has actual country music on it, and I really, really like it. I pretty much like every type of music except for dubstep and the hardcore rock music. Gianna says, will you ever write me back? Probably not, because I have 2,000 messages on Facebook and 2,000 messages on YouTube, so it's kind of impossible. And I would love to hire someone to like go through the messages, like clone myself and like have the clone like read through the messages, but it's not gonna happen. My twin Estella only exists after editing. Cameron asks, what are your favorite 3 things about college that were not at high school? So number 1 is I get to have a sleepover every night because I live with my best friend and she sleeps right over there, and it's just the best sharing a room with your best friend. Number 2, I feel like I'm going out to eat for every single meal because I have my little meal card that I can use at various like places on campus to get food. Number 3 is not being in class all day, because in high school you just had like 8 hours of straight classes, and in college you have breaks between things, and like on Monday I only have class from 12 to 2, and so you have so much free time where you're not in class, and it's the best. Hannah says, what's your opinion on ghosts? I do not believe that ghosts exist. What did you write about when you wrote your stories? You should read part of one of your stories out. So she's talking about my Pepperdine essays that I submitted, and for one of them I actually converted a poem into a little story, and I'm going to read part of that for you. And it's called Emulation. A screaming thought, so loud that the only way to continue breathing is to release it onto paper. Curves and dashes and lines of ink form words and sentences and paragraphs that blur into the notebook. I freeze my thoughts, listening to the creation. A piece of my identity. When someone reads it, a piece of me is given away. And then it continues in talking about inspiration and how held back tears, spontaneous lies, and unspoken words are emulated through my writing. Oh, and this is like my favorite part. My characters become my friends and family. Their storylines a different life. Not really as much though anymore, but when I'm like really involved in a story, it's like they're real people. And I always feel bad because like I put characters through like really stressful and like painful situations, and then like sometimes I kill them like in my script. WrestleFan2744 or something, what was your favorite video to make so far on your YouTube channel? I don't know, because there's like so many videos, but I really liked my super controversial one 2 videos ago. God does not have a plan for your life. I really like the way that turned out, like visually, like how he edited it and like the scenery. I just thought it was beautiful, and so that's probably gotta be my favorite on like how it looks. But then on content, I really liked the Stuff Church of Christ people say, because I've been like planning out that script for like over a year. I've been like collecting that stuff, so it was really cool like seeing that come together. And I also really love my Bible Camp 2012 video. The beginning part, I love how it's edited, and the song like reminds me of Bible Camp, and yeah, I love Bible Camp. And then I also made a video on how to LD, and LD, it's like engraved on my class ring. That's how big of a part of my life it was in high school. Eureka, can you make a video that shows you how to make sure that a guy doesn't think that you like him, especially if you really don't? This is a really tough situation, because if you go up and tell a guy I don't like you, then he's kind of starts to wonder like, why are you telling him? Probably because you used to like him, and then that creates a little bit of awkwardness. So there's really nothing you can do in this situation except like don't flirt with him a bunch, and make sure that the way you're interacting around him is kind of like the same way you interact with most guys. And when you see people cursing on your Twitter and Facebook, do you ignore it or delete, unfollow them? So it depends. If someone, like a bunch of their tweets have cursing on Twitter, I will just unfollow them. On Facebook, you can like, instead of deleting people as friends, you can just like remove them from your news feeds. That's like a more graceful way of dealing with that, I feel like. Doodly Doism, who are your favorite YouTubers? I'm curious to know what you watch while on YouTube. So I talked about how I cut out TV for one of my New Year's resolutions. So I kind of have been watching a lot less YouTube videos recently, which I know is kind of like hypocritical because I want you guys to watch my videos, but I don't watch other people's. But I have been keeping up with Megan and Liz and Blimey Cow, my favorite YouTubers. And I recently found the Lizzie Bennet Diaries, which is a modern adaptation of Pride and Prejudice. You should go check it out. It's hilarious. And what I really like is that her name's Lizzie and my name's Lizzie. I got a new Bible because my other one broke, and this is like a study Bible, and it's super intense. It has maps and then like Greek and Hebrew word analyzations and essays and all these footnotes and stuff, and it's pretty much the coolest thing ever. The problem is that it's like super heavy, so I'm gonna have to like lug this around a bunch, but I was so excited about this. And then also I got a new phone case, which is cheetah print. Make sure that you're subscribed to my vlog channel because spring break is in a week for me, and I'm going home to Florida for spring break with Nicole, so we might make some videos while we're there and upload them on my vlog channel. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I love you guys so much. Bye!